Welcome back, guys. It's the Brothers Geek Out podcast. It's episode 207. Guys, make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Click that notification button. Massive thank you to the new people that have joined. Share, like, dislike, comment, guys. We've had some great interaction on the channel recently, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, let's jump in. G-Man, how's it going, bro?
I have been good, brother. I've been good. It's been a good week, just geeking out, watching Strange. We've already done the reviews, so guys, check those reviews out. Many spoiler reviews, many more videos to come on that, because I think there's a lot to take away from these movies. My knee's better. I'll get to start Muay Thai again tomorrow, which will be good. No grappling or jiu-jitsu right now. So I'm really looking forward to get back into training. So watch some UFC this morning. The fight week, this week's fight talk will be out later on, or should be out as well, so check that out. I geeked out. I got a new Punisher figure. Can you see him over here? Sideshow. Awesome. Well, this one came out like 10 years ago. It's the original costume. I'm loving my little display that I got here. So just been being a bit geeking out a little bit, bro. But other than that, everything has been good, bro. Yeah, everything's been blessed, man. Can't complain.
No, that's good, man. That's good. I'm multitasking because we've got loads of spoiler talks and stuff going out. So just making sure everybody's getting a piece of the action. I've been speaking to separate guests about who liked it, who didn't like it, and, you know, some great conversations. So I'm excited to...
You're obviously talking about Strange here. So
yes, we're talking about Strange. We're going to jump into Strange. I mean, I enjoyed it, bro, for what it is. I think it was a great movie. It was something different, something new. So, I mean, you guys, make sure you check out the links in the channel. There's more spoiler talks on there, so jump in 100%. On there. Yeah, jump in on there.
Dude, but yeah, we don't need to go deep on it. Check out our spoiler reviews. But both of us, I like I said on my one, I loved it the second time I watched it because I appreciated it for what it was, rather than the first time I watched it. I had different expectations in my head, but that's my own fault. I should go in with an open, clear mind and not judge it on my expectations, judge it on the expectations of the movie and whatnot. So I loved it the second time. And the first time I still loved it. I just loved it more on the second time. So anyway, guys, do check out all of our reviews. I'm also gonna do a life lesson video as well with the missus on Doctor Strange 2. So look out for that one too. So we got loads of Doctor Strange 2 content coming out.
No, definitely, without a doubt. Make sure you check that out. Give me a second. Let's do this. All right, cool. This one goes out to George Perez. Rest in peace. We lost him to cancer yesterday, pancreas cancer. The day before. Bless him, man. He's a legendary artist in the game. You know, he gave us Crisis on Infinite Earths. He gave us Infinity Gauntlet and 2 runs of Avengers, 1987 Wonder Woman. He gave us the introduction to the New Titans. Characters like Cyborg, Raven, Starfire. He did the leap from Dick Grayson's Robin to Nightwing. You know, he played, you know, he did artwork for Fantastic Four. He did an amazing amount, man. Amazing amount. So prayers go out to him and his family members for a great loss. And to the comic book community in general, you know, we lost 2 great artists, Neil Adams, now George Perez. You know, these are the legendary guys in the games that, you know, I remember meeting George Perez. You know, he's quite inspiring, and he's a guy who really embraces his fandom, and you know, he's that huggy type of dude. He gives his fans. He loves his fans. You know, you read if you read his posts on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. You know, he's so delightful to embrace his fans. They're the ones that he'll always have love for them because he knows how much we enjoyed his artwork. He towards the end, I know, I've been hearing about his journey the past couple of years. I mean, I've been following it for a long time, but as an artist, but as a fan of him as well, bro, because he was still doing artwork and commissions like how Neil Adams was. You know, Neil Adams was 8 years old. George Perez was only 67, but, you know, he started losing vision in his left eye, and he was still doing commissions for people with one eye, bro. Awesome. But then, you know, he couldn't go. He wanted to go to one more con, he said, to embrace his fans. And yeah, it's heartbreaking, man. It was quite sad to hear that, even though we were kind of prepped for it, and he already told us what was going to happen, what was happening. He was really honest about it as well. I'm so happy that I got to meet him, got to geek out with him, got to talk Thanos, got to talk Fantastic Four, and working on the Justice League and things like that. And yeah, bless him. May he rest in paradise, man. He awesome dude, very cool. One of the legendary guys, bro. Those are the guys at the beginning, bro. Blessed it.
Awesome, man. Rest in paradise, as you said, man. It's an amazing. You got an opportunity to meet him as well. And like I've always said this, you're more. The artist better than I do, so you have so much more respect, and I have respect for them too. But you can communicate and connect with them on a different level than I can. But for him to just give us some of those stuff that you mentioned, I mean, listen, he's made my life happy in some ways, and he should be proud of that. He's left just like you mentioned with Lee Adams. He's left a legacy. He's made people happy. So amazing. Rest in paradise.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we spoke about this last week, but Peacocks 2023 doing a John Woo remake of The Killer.
I don't think we spoke about it. This came out after we spoke last week, so we didn't actually have a conversation about it, man. Yes, the John Woo Killer movie, which was one of my favorite Hong Kong movies, and top probably 10, 20 movie of all time, with Chow Yun-fat one. They're doing a remake, and I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that, because it's John Woo doing the remake, but is he going to be doing it like for Hollywood and all that sort of stuff? What actors are he going to be in there? Obviously, it's not going to be Chow Yun-fat because my guy is dead. Or if it's a remake, I mean, you can always put him back in there. But how do you make something so awesome and so epic and so touching and so 80s? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what do you do? What do you do to remake that? Because that was so iconic. Man, we were young. We watched it on VHS. You have people in the Bronx and Brooklyn, like and Queens and whatnot, like Wu-Tang Clan watching these movies. And this was before YouTube and the digital age. Like, The movie was so great, amazing. A Hong Kong movie was so good that people in the West and where we live and in the areas of New York and all over the States and whatever, we found this movie and it's such a great movie. So I don't know if I should be happy about it, but at least it's John Woo remaking it. So that gives a bit of confidence. So, it's great to see that, because John Woo, we spoke about the other week, he's going to be doing, we said that he's doing something. He's coming back with something else.
He's doing that silent movie with that Joe Sutton,
Yes.
Kinnaman, Joe Kinnaman, I think. Kinnaman.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that. So that'd be interesting. It'd be a silent movie, action-packed film.
So yeah, John Woo making a little comeback, which is great. Hopefully it's good. That's it.
Yeah, no, it will be, bro. It will be.
And as we've always spoken about certain things, if you don't like it, then go back and watch the original. It still exists. So
exactly.
You don't need to cry about it. Like, just enjoy it. If not, go watch the original. That still exists for you. So it takes away nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't take away nothing, bro. So just enjoy it for what it is. We're getting this amazing director come back after so long. So yeah, go watch it and enjoy it.
Definitely, man. What else is there, man? Did you know that Yellowstone's Empire King Taylor Sheridan is making a new mob boss movie show set in Kansas City, and it's going to star Sylvester Stallone, and it's coming this fall. So anyway, I read that all wrong and basic and whatnot. A new mob show with Sylvester Stallone, bro. That's pretty awesome. I mean, he's done a couple mob roles before, right? Has he?
He did that comedy one. Yeah.
Was it Get Shorty or something? Or no, Oscar.
Oscar.
What was that? Was it Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember he done that comedy one. Yeah.
So he did Oscar, and then what else did he do? Copland. Well, he didn't really play a mob in that, but yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember if he's done any other mob roles, to be honest.
Well, I mean, he'll do a great job, man. Look, we see him as an action star, but you know what? End of the day, when you see him in Rocky, and even in the new Rambo, he's still an action star and he still blunks and whatnot, but he plays, he's a good actor, man. He plays wicked emotions, man. We've seen that in Rocky and stuff like that. So anyway, depending on the movie, I'm sure it'd be good. I mean, this Yellowstone show, have you ever heard of that one?
No.
Well, people be talking. I think Kevin Costner's in it and whatnot. I hear Rogan and Brendan Schaub, these other guys, podcasts I watch, they love it. And I was thinking of giving it a chance actually myself, but they think it's awesome. It's based in Montana, I think it is. It's supposed to be an amazing show. So I don't know if that show's great, you know, maybe I should check that one out, but maybe they can implement that same greatness into this new cat show with Sylvester Stallone. So I don't know, good content. Sylvester Stallone, we're fans of him. Maybe we'll just watch it because of that and then get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. You're right. That's what the way it always happens. So I will definitely check it out, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Cool. What's going on next? Following the success of Jackass Forever, Paramount Plus announced it's working on a new show to return to series, painfully funny antics to TV. Jackass. I mean, that movie was hilarious.
It was.
Even though those guys are getting old, I mean, you can easily recruit young, and as they did a show in that, you can recruit youngsters that want to get beaten the shit out of or whatever they want to do. I mean, if they could do that show still, I mean, that film was hilarious. So
I know.
I guess.
No, they could take that completely into their domain, which is quite funny if they do. And they just got to do exactly what they did. Just have fun with it, man. It's not a serious type of what do you call it? It's a good fun watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's serious because they're getting battered. We will be laughing and having fun on their expense of pain, but they love it. It's not like they're being tortured. They love it. They love doing it. They love entertaining people like that, and that's their steez. So by all means, I guess we can laugh at it because it's funny.
Yeah.
But moving on from that, something that we shouldn't be laughing about. I don't know if we should, but Dave Chappelle gets attacked on stage. Did you see that?
Yeah, man.
Now,
I did.
First of all, from a funny perspective, he was laughing about a cracking joke. There was him and Chris Rock talking about, because I think he said something funny to Chris Rock saying, well, at least the guy who slapped you, talking about Will Smith, has some credibility in this world. I got attacked by a homeless dude that's got flowers in his head or leaves in his head or something like that. And then Chris Rock, I think it's the first time maybe Chris Rock responded with saying, well, I got slapped by the softest, I won't say the next word, in the hip hop game. So he made a little insult about Will Smith and whatnot.
But he did. There's a part where he says, "Was that Will Smith?"
Who said that?
Chris Rock.
Wait, he said at the show.
Yeah. They all came up on stage, didn't it? And then Chris Rock's like, "Is that Will Smith?"
Well, listen, man. I should have been. It's great that I was going to say strange as well. Chappelle is safe because that guy had like a fake gun knife thing on him, bro. It's freaking scary. And yeah. I've been watching loads of videos. Obviously, I follow Rogan and all of his friends are comedians and everything. So there's loads of things I've been listening to. Some of it is, did Will Smith start this off? Did he make it? Because he didn't get no consequences straight away and he was celebrated and they gave him an Oscar. Did other people, crazy people, think, oh, it's okay to do that? If Will Smith can do it, then I could do it too. So did it influence that shit? I mean, thank God. I mean, this guy got battered, and you know what? Maybe he deserved to get battered, and maybe people might look at that and be like, "Oh, I don't want it," because his arm was all like that and shit. So, listen, maybe him getting battered was a good thing. So someone else who was thinking of it doing it next to another comedian could be like, I don't know if I want to get battered. But some of the young and up and comer comedians, man, like they won't have the security. They won't have, people I reckon people would take the piss and would just want to go hit them and whatnot. At least Dave Chappelle, he's one of the GOATs, no doubt. Security ran on straight away. Chappelle had a little bit of movement, was able to tuck the hips back and push him out of the way and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, say if this was just a normal comedy show and it was just an up-and-coming comedian and, he's cracking joke or whatnot or whatever, and someone decides to do something worse. So, I don't know, man. It's not a good thing that this shit is happening, man. But I hope they can tighten up on security and comedians don't go out there and get hurt for expressing themselves. And if you don't like comedy, if you don't like jokes, then don't freaking go, man. Don't buy a ticket and go to these shows.
Exactly that. I think people need to be cautious. We're at times now where people are going to be... It's desperate times now, bro. It's desperate times, I'm telling you, bro. It's times I never thought would be... it's here, bro. You know what I mean? 2022 has kicked off in a weird way, bro.
Yeah, I mean, everything's supposed to get back to normal, but then we've had some crazy events and whatnot, wars, and loads of shit going on, man. Man, I don't know, bro. I hope it doesn't become a trend. I hope I can't even blame Will Smith, but maybe he has a part of it because he did it. in the Oscars, the biggest stage in the world. But I hope people don't carry on with this shit. And that dude deserved to get bust up. Maybe, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but if you're going to attack someone like, not just Chappelle, if you just attack anyone for no reason, then, you know, you lose. But I'm glad Chappelle's funny. I'm glad he's okay. And he made jokes about it.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx was there with a cowboy hat. He was busting up as well.
Yeah, he was.
So comedians, man, you guys should gang together. Make sure you have your security and
just get your Avengers ready, man. Get your Avengers ready.
That's it, man. All right, Miss Marvel to be released in theaters in Pakistan, as there is no Disney Plus there. But that's pretty cool for Pakistan because she's the first Pakistani superhero. We had the first, we'll talk about it in a second, the first Arabic superhero shown the other day on Moon Knight. Now we've got the first Pakistani one, and they don't have Disney Plus there, so it'd be great for them to bring it out in cinema. So that's awesome for them.
No, definitely is, bro. Definitely is. That's a big thing, bro. You know, and I said this character is going to be a big thing for, you know, everybody's going to have their naysays about it, and I've seen a couple of the Islamic brothers going in deep on it, and it's like, man, it's a difficult one, bro.
I had my thoughts about this, man. I had my thoughts. If the Islamic brothers look at all the Avengers, all of those movies, every Hollywood movie, and they're like, haram, 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 I don't watch this. Yes, they have all the right in the world to say Miss Marvel's haram, she shouldn't be doing that. All the right. However, if you're watching all the other Avengers movie and you're loving them, Spider-Man, Thor, who's supposed to be a god, all this sort of stuff, but then and you're enjoying those, but then you want to comment on Miss Marvel, then you're a hypocrite. That's just my opinion. So if you're fully on it and you hate all of them, you think all of them are haram, I 100% support you and say what you want. But if you watch all of them and then you're just picking on this one, then you're a hypocrite too. That's my opinion. Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Because yes, it could be haram. There are haram things and whatnot about this. She's fancying a boy and blah. But you know what? That's the reality of life. I'm not saying that, you know, whatever, but people fancy each other and other sort of stuff. I don't know. But I'll be a hypocrite to say, oh, bro, it's haram. And then I go watch the Avengers where they got false gods and all this sort of stuff. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah. No, I totally get you, bro. I totally understand you.
My opinion.
That's the only thing that is just like really like, it's like, come on, guys, man. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's entertainment. You know, it depends on who's gonna. I can slightly see where they're coming from when it comes to being influential. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, I can see that, but just enjoy it for what it is, guys. I mean, I'm not taking it too seriously. It's a TV show, you know what I mean?
On the flip side, like I say, if you're fully religious and you hate all of the movies ever in Hollywood are haram, good, you have all the right to say it. If you're hypocrite and you're watching them, but you want to pick on this one, then you maybe think of the other side. Maybe this is a way where it shows the West, oh, they're not all fucking, actually, I swear anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? They're not all terrorists. Right? We're not, all Muslims are not terrorists, and there's, you know, they're almost similar to us too. So maybe from a flip side, it can, yes, I mean, you don't want to encourage other things, but yeah, maybe from a flip side, it can encourage just a general person to be like, oh, they like us, so it's okay. You know what I mean? She's gonna show a pair with Miss Marvel and whatnot. So it's a good thing from that side, but I get it. Again, as a fully religious Muslim and whatnot, yes, there are elements of it that could be influential and haram. But again, if you're one of those people, but you're watching all the other movies, don't be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? But if you're full on, don't like none of the Hollywood movies or anything, then yeah, man, speak your mind. You're right. That's my thoughts anyway.
No, good. Listen, I'm excited to see this, bro. And for them to get in cinemas over there, that's absolutely awesome, bro. You know, everybody's just going to geek out and be just really, they're going to be amazed because they're going to put it together as a film. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Awesome. That would be amazing for them.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Netflix shared a very brief preview of its animated series Sonic Prime in a sizzling reel for its upcoming animated series. So I haven't seen the sizzle reel that they put together, so I don't really know what it looks like. But I mean, look, the movie was awesome. I don't know if this animation will be awesome because obviously I like the format and everything that they've done with the movie. So I don't know if this series will live up to it, but I guess we'll find out and see. I guess
we will.
Yeah. What else is there? What else we got? Lynn's decision to quit was so this was Fast and Furious. So, I think we were talking about last week where the director decided to quit the franchise and whatnot. So apparently it has to do with Vin Diesel and some of his antics on set. And this is not the first time we've heard about it. Obviously, The Rock has made it very clear that he'll never work with Vin Diesel. Now this is happening with this director, and this director's been in the game for a long time. So I don't know, Vin Diesel. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen the video? Bro. Have you seen the video?
No, I haven't. What video?
Of Vin Diesel and the director. It's like this really awkward, cringy video about him getting moist and be like, yeah, man, this is going to be the best. It's the end of the saga. And the director's just there in the background, like looking really uncomfortable, bro.
Oh, damn. Okay. Because he knew I'm leaving this shit, man. He probably, I mean, look, I heard on Fat Man Beyond that they were talking about obviously Vin Diesel just hard to work with, all this sort of stuff. And apparently he's not even working out for the movie, like he's not putting in the effort in. I don't know. This could be all rumors and whatnot. But the fact that he's left after on the last one on such a big franchise, it's got to say something. And again, it's not the first person. Like The Rock has made it very clear that he doesn't want to work with Vin Diesel. So, I don't know, but I don't know Vin Diesel as a person. Maybe this is Vin Diesel's thing, right? I know he's made loads of other movies, but let's be real. This is what he's going to be known for. So maybe he's just a diva for this one. I don't know, but I don't know. I hope the movie's good anyway, regardless of what happens. Hey, listen, man, Lin, I mean, he's good at making these fast car type movies. Maybe bring him over to the MCU and he can make a, I don't know, Fantastic Four movie or something. I don't know. If he's a good director, bring him over, man. I'm sure he could do something.
That's true. That's very true.
All right. Did you see the Cobra Kai season 5 trailer? And it's coming out in September. Normally we get it at the end of the year, January 1st, but we're getting it in September 9th, which is interesting. But first of all, did you see the trailer? Second of all, why do you think we're getting it early?
Do you think because of Netflix going through their little 200 subscribers lose 2,200K, was it?
I think so.
That's why.
It's the first time they've ever had a subscriber drop and loss of, I don't know about loss of business, but subscriber drop. So, and a big amount. So you think so? It could be, yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm thinking as a business stunt. Yeah, I think it's that, bro.
Well, what do you think of the trailer, though? Because, I mean, Cobra Kai is so freaking awesome. I mean,
it looks good, bro. It looks good. It wasn't even a teaser, bro. That was a full-on trailer, bro. I was very excited, bro.
So excited. I love that show. Love that. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting what they do with that, man. I love that show. And I hope they carry it on for at least another 5 more seasons because I could watch Cobra Kai every year for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that.
Cool, man. Definitely. So September 9th. All right, look. All right, we're going to have our separate Doctor Strange review, so check that out. We won't talk about that. Yep. Moon Knight, bro. We got the final episode of Moon Knight. What was your thoughts? I got a bunch of notes I could take you through as well.
Make sure you do. Let's go.
Spoiler review is out there as well, so please do check that out. It's already out there anyway. Where is my note? Oh, it's on the iPad. Give me a sec. But what's your thoughts on the season finale? What's your thoughts on the season and the future of Moon Knight? What do you think?
Listen, bro. I fully enjoyed it. There's a lot going on. I feel like we got a great episode. I just feel like it was rushed.
What, the season or this episode?
This episode. I feel like they could have split this over 2 episodes just to give us a little bit more, let us sink in. But listen, overall, a great show, a great finale because we got the big battle, the big Marvel battle, Khonshu and Amit fighting. We got Stephen reconciling with himself and working with, Mark went back for him, bro. That's amazing. That was amazing because I knew he wasn't gone, bro. I was like, no, they can't let Stephen go. No, they can't let him go. And then, Layla looked awesome, bro. True representation. Them brothers were like, I'm getting a proper Egyptian superhero up in this place. You know what I mean? She looked the part, bro. She looked awesome. And you see the depiction of what they did from Wonder Woman 1987 or whatever it was, 1984 to what they did. Awesome, bro. And that great fight scene at the end as well, bro, with him and Mark switching. Sick. That was almost
Brilliant.
like that was a good scene, bro. I don't know if it was him doing the martial arts or not, but that was a good scene. I really enjoyed it. Listen, overall, bro, to get a superhero show like this with mental health, you know, issues like that to deal with, you know, deep down, deep buried issues, and the core of, you know, family members being lost. That's sick, bro. It's a hard one. Very good. I enjoyed it, bro. I loved it. A lot of people, again, hit and miss. And what Marvel are doing now, I feel like they're taking risks. And I'm enjoying those risks, but a lot are not because they're not understanding it, because it's not following the same formula.
Yeah, I mean, look, this whole, like what we just spoke about in our Strange review, same with Wonder, man. These characters now are going through some traumatic shit. If you think about the traumatic, episode 5 was my favorite episode, right? It was so traumatic, bro. It was so traumatic what he's gone through as a character. That's very different for a comic book character.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you get your mother and father dying, and I want revenge. Uncle Ben dies 50 times and whatnot. You want revenge and whatnot. But my guy lost, you know what I mean? In Moon Knight, he lost his brother, his mother blaming on him. He created these different characters to get away from that trauma. Exactly. Same would wonder what we just spoke about in Scarlet Witch. She's, you know what? If you think about Scarlet Witch, bro,
yeah,
we ain't seen shit. If she gets her own movie, we've kind of said like, oh, we gave you her origin through the last 10 years, and you can now, you know, what she's gone through. So if you got her own movie, you won't have to go through an origin, because she went through a very hard origin story. So if she was to have her own movie, for example, you know where she's come from, and it's a very dark place. And that's the same with this character, man. He's come from a very dark place, but at the end, as you mentioned, he said to Stephen, "You are the greatest. You are my greatest superhero, man, that I've created," or whatever. And that goes to show that he finally made peace with himself. He loved himself. He loved that aspect of himself. And he was able to kind of work together. And that fight scene was awesome. I mean, I got a whole bunch of notes here that I put on my spoiler.
Let me see it, man.
But it starts off with a tune called The End by Earl Grant. And that the tunes have been awesome in this one. And I think the tunes have dictated the shows and the tones of the shows as they started. But I love the music. Yeah. Harold, listen, Ethan Hawke was awesome, very composed. I loved some of the villains I've been doing, man. Very composed villains. No one's crazy. No one's mental. Listen, the main character in this show is normally the stage of a villain in a movie. Someone who's gone through a traumatic childhood and has multiple personalities. So he's normally the villain of the movies. He was our hero in this one. And Harold was very composed. I love Ethan Hawke in this one. I thought he was awesome.
So good. So good.
What else is there? So he said something to Mark on his dead body. He says, we need to see the cold light of death before we can see reality. So I think I thought that was something that, you know, Mark needed to die to see the reality of Stephen and his relationship with Stephen, for them to be able to work together. So I thought I was interested. Mark needed to die. So what else we got? Harold kills some guards. So yeah, remember in episode 5 when they were on the boat and we started seeing some souls? I think that was when Harold killed those guards at the checkpoint place. Remember with the first couple of people he killed? I reckon it was those, because that was happening while Mark was going for his thing in that episode.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Taweret speaking to Layla through the dead bodies, which was awesome. Like they were quite funny, and Taweret's so like funny and animate. What's the word? Like charismatic and animation and whatnot. So animated and whatnot. Harold defeats the other gods. I thought that was quick. You know, when Harold goes into the tomb, into the pyramid and whatnot, and he defeats the other gods so easily once he gets Amit's stone thing or whatever. There was no battle. They didn't need to show us, but they got smashed, bro. Those other avatars got smashed like easy and whatnot.
So it's too quick. Sometimes it's gone by too quick. I just feel like there's not much of a fight to put through. That's why I feel like it was rushed. Because I feel like there is a battle scene there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and possibly. I mean, look, end of the day, I mean, it's rushed, but then we just got, 6 hours or 5 hours of a Moon Knight show?
Yes, we did.
Again, we've got to remember, man, listen, Marvel played the long game, right? They played the long game, and a character like Moon Knight and an actor like Oscar Isaac, you invest in them in the long term. You're not just being like, oh yeah, we just need you for one show. No, you're investing in a long-term investment with those two characters and Oscar Isaac. So we're going to see him again for sure, be it season 2 or something else. We're going to see him. So This ain't nothing. What else is going on? Havel was not balanced, and Amit picked to choose him anyway over loyalty. So even Amit saw that Havel wasn't balanced and whatnot. So Amit, I think that's where you saw the true sort of evilness, because Amit was even being a bit of a hypocrite. Like, okay, you want to judge people before they've even done anything. What about this guy? He's already done shit, but you're choosing for him to be your avatar just because he's loyal. Bit of hypocrisy there, and I think you can see where Kongshu disagrees with Amit. There, Kongshu asked Layla to be Avatar, and she was like, "Hell no." So I think that was interesting. But I think Kongshu, he asked her, and I know Mark was trying to protect her from Kongshu.
Yeah,
we've got 10 minutes left.
Yeah,
freaking this timer. But I think Kongshu, he wanted, as we saw at the end, Jake Lockley anyway. So I think that was his intentions from the very beginning.
That's right.
Let me quickly rush through this, bro, real quick. She does not trust Kongshu. Yeah, she didn't trust Kongshu, and so she wouldn't be manipulated by him. Mark was distracted by Layla. That's what I think Kongshu saw, that Mark was, protecting Layla and whatnot. So he wasn't fully on board with Kongshu, where Kongshu knew Jake Lockley's the guy I want, and he saw that in Mark in the beginning. When we saw Mark at the Fields of Reeds, he was at peace. He saw peace and whatnot, but he gave up peace to reconcile with Stephen, because that was himself. He needs to be in peace with himself. So he can't be fully at peace when you don't love yourself fully, and that was Stephen basically. So without
it reminded him of his brother, bro.
Yeah.
It reminded him of his brother. That was the main connection there, was that Stephen character that he did create was based off his brother and the excitement of adventure and, knowledge and, everything else. So, definitely that was more of a brother's link, bro.
Yeah, he can never be at peace without him. So that was amazing. I love that. That was an emotional scene, the little speech that you made and whatnot.
Yeah. He's the superhero, you know what I mean?
That's it. I mean, he said that you're the real superhero that creates. So I love that, man. So yeah, because Stephen kept him away from the darkness in his life. He kept him away from that, and he needed that in his life. What else? This is him loving himself, loving part of him. The gate of Osiris, the god of resurrection and rebirth. So he was even touched by Mark's speech, because Tarawet said, "You little softy." So even God was touched by his speech and whatnot. What else is there, man? And he saw that his heart was finally balanced between those two. Kongshu felt Mark came back. So Kongshu felt Mark came back. Pain Brothers, mother's death. What was that about? But yeah, what else? Death, Layla. Mark and Stephen came back as a package deal. So yeah, Mark, because they came back as a package deal, I think Stephen was, negotiating with Kongshu. So you're going to have to let us go. And if you think about it, Kongshu, it was like, cool, I'll let you both go. But he never said nothing about Lockley. So Kongshu knew exactly what he was doing, man. So that was very deceiving by Kongshu. So that was interesting. The way Stephen and Mark are switching, we mentioned it earlier, not just in the fight scenes, but just in general, I think is such an amazing thing. And I think just the choreograph of the fight scene was awesome. I thought that Stephen, Mr. Knight was more close combat, and Moon Knight was still close combat, but he throws weapons and whatnot. So he's more distance fire. That's what I took away anyway. Tarawet knows Layla's father, and I think that's going to be amazing for Layla, because she knows he's at peace now, because Tarawet says she guided him to the piece of fields, the field of reeds. So I think that's going to make her peaceful and also kind of forgive Mark for what happened in that situation. So I think that might build their relationship a bit more. Layla, the scarab, what's it called? The scarlet scarab? Scarlet. Yeah, whatever. But the first Egyptian or Arab superheroes. So that was awesome. I mean, obviously it was a dude before, right? Abdul Farouk or something, protector of Egypt, but they changed it to her, and
which is her father's name.
Oh, well, perfect. Oh, there you go then. Awesome. Listen, I've always said this: representation and inclusion, diversity. Awesome. If you do it right, I'm loving it, and I thought that was done right. It wasn't forced.
Exactly. It wasn't forced. So it was perfectly done. As you said, as long as it looks natural, feels natural, go for it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really good.
Definitely.
All right.
And then
go on.
Sorry, man. The last bit's just the fight. Moon Knight flying. the souls that Amit was taking and making it big. We saw a big Kung Fu fight, Kung Fu fight, whatever you call it, the big titans and whatnot. They looked awesome. I didn't know I don't think the public people saw them, but that was awesome. Amit takes away choice, battle with the moon. The full moon looked awesome. Well, when Moon Knight came, Harrow came and hit him with that flying knee with the big moon. Sick, but I love some of the visuals and whatnot. Wait. Jake comes out in danger. So we saw Jake Lockley again at the battle. He comes out when there was pure danger. So when he was just about to get killed. So he's going to be an interesting character. He's definitely the most violent one. I believe he's the one that went through the traumatic beatings through his mother and all that sort of stuff. That's why he's so violent. So that was, I want to see him in action basically, because I want to see how violent he is. Because he's not just killing the battles, like you're seeing the cars exploded and all that sort of shit. I want to see how bad he is, man. What else is there? Having to tap Amit as a human. They trapped Amit as a human, blah, blah, blah. Going back to the psych ward, right, was interesting. I think that was just him just confirming to himself that he wasn't crazy. Starts, right.
And there's a tribute there to an artist, Bill Bukinski, who was an artist on Moon Knight as well, which they used his name as the hospital.
Okay, yes, that was awesome. Yeah, I saw that thing. Starts right at the beginning with Steven. So when he woke up again, now he's Steven and Mark, which is awesome. But it's still similar things. Still got the sand, still got the foot strap, because I think they're both aware there's someone else. So I think so they're aware of that. And they're both aware that someone else is more violent than them, which is awesome. And then they play that tune again, The True Man Without Love by Elgibert Humperdinck. And then he was tied to the bed. And then the last scene with with Jake Lockley, we saw Harrow. He was in the psych ward. He's having his fucked upness. He saw Coffee of Sand, blah, blah, blah. We saw Jake Lockley. He just seems, I don't know if he's evil, man. I don't know what he's doing, because we saw some nurses that were bust up as well. Were they bad guys? Did they need to get beaten up? Is Jake Lockley really ruthless and beats up innocent people as well?
Yeah.
He spoke Spanish and whatnot. He looked great. He had the hat on. He was a driver and whatnot. It looked like the comic book accurate sort of stuff. And then he shot Harrow like Harrow shot him. The license plate did say Spectre, which is like the comics and stuff like that as well. And then again, I think Kong Shu is happy with who he's got, and that's who he was after the whole time. And that will be the future of Moon Knight. I think, listen, investment. Oscar Isaac is investment. Moon Knight is an investment. This ain't over. Like, the story's not over. So you can't be like, oh, I'm still thinking, oh man, there's more to be seen and more to be understand. But you have, as we were talking about when Strange, like, we've got to accept it for what it is and know that
of course.
The first part of a story.
No, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this. We've got so much coming, and it's not been confirmed yet. So I don't know. We haven't got a confirmation to say there's a season 2. So let's see where it goes. Give us a season 2, Marvel. Don't mess around. Jump on that, because you've got new fans, and you represented it very well. Mohamed Diab, who's the director and writer, I think he was absolutely awesome. I think he did a great job. And, Oscar Isaac was just absolutely amazing, because this wasn't your normal superhero movie. This was about mental health, and it's very important. All right, guys, before Zoom cuts us off, because Zoom are bastards. All right, make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms and follow us on our social media pages, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, guys. All of our latest stuff goes up on there. Massive shout outs to DC Comics, Warner Brothers. You guys are absolutely smashing it at the moment. You guys have really treated me. The guys in America shared my video with the rest of the world, which is absolutely amazing. I never thought I'd ever see that, to be honest. And like, we've gone through some crazy stuff recently. But anyway, as I said, guys, if you like the content, share it with friends and family. Let us know. If there's any other topics you'd like to touch on, then we'll jump on that as well. But for now, one love. Have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you guys up soon. Take care, bro. Peace.